Tonight's guest on the OP show is Brock Cotton from Lunar Solar Group. Coming at you live from Salt Lake City, Utah, it's Tanner Chatterley with the OP show.
I think this is like a cool space. Like I was like, is this a school?
Yeah, the old school.
Yeah.
Some people say it's haunted.
No way.
Yeah. Some people say it's haunted.
Like someone died here?
I don't know. Do you know what the lore is about this school? You don't, do you? Would you ever go by Thomas as a first name?
Heavens no.
Brock's a good name.
No, Brock's like a strong name.
It's a strong name for a strong guy. Look at those shoulders.
And
Can we zoom in on those?
Not a lot
We
of people.
can't, right?
Not a lot of people have the name Brock.
No, I know. I've kind of like, I mean, it's the Pokemon trainer.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
Onyx,
Yeah.
the rock lizard thing.
I think it's
the
the
rock snake.
I think it's the second gym in the
Yeah, that's right, dude.
in the
Brock's, Brock's gym, dude. In yellow version, dude. Whatever that game is. That's crazy. Have you ever like wanted to like go back and play like old Game Boy games?
So
Did you have a Game Boy growing
I
up?
had a Game Boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Color.
Red.
Okay, sick.
Yeah. Which one did you have?
I can't remember. I think it was like blue. It was blue or green.
Yeah. I was obsessed with those, but then I missed the N64 more than anything
Yeah.
else.
That was what I played the most.
Yeah.
And like Pokemon Stadium on N64
Oh yeah.
was so sick. And like GoldenEye.
I just remember like you pull the game out and then you're blowing on
You're
it.
blowing on it.
and
And then you're blown in the space if it's not working.
and then you get a Q-tip and you like put it underwater and then you like get it across just to make sure that the game goes.
All the wild stuff, dude. And then when you went to discs, it was you would lick the CD.
Oh, yeah.
And then put it on your shirt and then put it back in and start working again.
Yeah, or did you ever do if you had like a scratch in it,
Yeah.
you would put Dawn dish soap on it
No.
and that would cure it.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Shout
yeah.
out to Dawn dish soap. Dish soap.
Say that fast. three
Yeah,
times.
dude. Oh my gosh. Well, Brock, thanks for jumping on today, dude. It's rare that we don't have brand folks on here and that we do stuff. We occasionally do stuff with our partners like Parcel Lab. We've had like some 3PLs on here. We're now having you on here. So what a pleasure.
Dude, I'm
A
happy to be
local
here.
legend.
Dude, you're the
Local
legend.
Utah legend, dude. That's fantastic. Well, dude, thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having me, dude. It's been a long time coming.
Yeah, dude. Okay, and you just recently moved to Lunar Solar.
Cool.
Talk about the move, dude. Talk about Lunar Solar because like people think you guys are a solar company. Initially, when Zach Bingham, brother Bingham,
They're being
when he was like, we went to dinner with him, Meg Glavy, and his wife at like Sol Agave when Meg was in town one time, and he was like, dude, I just accepted a position at Lunar Solar Group, and I was like, is that just like a solar company? Like you're gonna be like knocking doors this summer? And he's like, no, dude. So tell us about it. I want to learn more about Lunar Solar.
Yeah. So Lunar Solar is a full service agency. So
Mhm.
they do everything from like paid media. So like think about like your Meta, TikTok,
Okay.
run ads. Probably one of the best in the world, I would say, at running ads for brands. Work with a lot of like household names, and then as well as they have what they call is like the Encore team, and the Encore team basically they do everything from like email to SMS. So working with like your Klaviyo's, Attentives of the world,
Cool.
and they kick ass at that. And then
Like optimizing kind of your email campaigns.
optimizing email campaigns, building the creatives, building out the strategy of like when to trigger a flow from like a subscription provider, like everything from A to Z, the whole life cycle. And then we have what's called like the No Sleep team, which is they build websites from ground up. So
Oh, wow. Primarily just on Shopify?
Shopify, but they're platform agnostic as well.
Okay, cool.
Cut that actually.
Yeah.
It's Shopify. Yeah.
Just Shopify.
Yeah,
Cool.
just Shopify.
That's wild. Okay, cool. And you decided to make the transition. When was this? Was this kind of like, hey, like I love what these guys are doing? You obviously had some familiarity. You've been in this space a long time. Talk to us about when you came into the e-com space because you were at Stay, right? From the very beginning?
Yeah. So
Or were you somewhere else before that?
so I think probably I'll just start at the beginning.
Start at the beginning.
I was at
Take us back.
I was at Pinterest, and I was there
Mm.
pre-IPO. I was on the agency partnership team, and then I went to a company called Bolt.
Yeah.
And shout Yeah, check out. Shout out
Ryan
Ryan
Breverick.
Breslow.
Yeah, or
Ryan
Breslow.
Breslow.
Yeah.
Breslow, yeah. Did that, and then I actually left e-commerce. I went and sold
Is
real
this the
estate
real
tech.
estate? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so you sold real estate tech.
Yeah.
And what was that company called?
It's called Yardi. It's $1 billion company no one's ever heard of.
I love those companies. Yardi?
Yardi Systems.
What do they do?
Property management software. So like the US Pentagon runs on Yardi. I want to say a lot of the LDS church properties use Yardi as well.
Okay.
So property management software for anyone, really.
So why does the Pentagon use Yardi? That's why. We don't have to get into that.
Yeah, but anyway, so then I went to a company.
You need clearance to know that.
Yeah, you need clearance. But then I went to a company called Voyage SMS, which is Live Recover now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so I was slinging SMS software. So, and a lot of people don't know that. So like the rates that people give me, I'm like, are you guys serious? Like I know they're cheaper.
Yeah.
And then my old boss, Darren Zuckerman, got me in the Stay AI.
Darren Zuckerberg.
Zuckerman.
Brother of Mark. Nice.
Yeah. And so
big tech guy.
What people don't know is Pearson and Gina own Stay AI. And so I was working with both of them. We helped build Stay. I was there at, I want to say it was like 800K. We built that to like 13 million in about 2.5 years. And then I left to a company called Invive.
Formerly Spiffy.
Formerly Spiffy. And Invive, it was a really cool product. Basically, what they focused on was bringing a chat, AI chat on website, and did that for a year, and then moved over to Lunar. But really, conversations started with Pearson clear back when we did a mini summit in Salt Lake City at his house, and he was like, "Hey, I'm building something at Lunar. Want you to come?" And I was like, "Not yet."
Yeah.
And then with Zach departing, it kind of time happened. So
okay, so with Invive, talk to me about what's the tech then?
So the tech is with Invive is really focused on so like say you go to like Super Goop or Spanx, for example, and you go on the website and you're like, hey, what's the best moisturizer for me? The AI is going to pop up. You can ask
and
the
recommend.
AI whatever, and it'll recommend. Instead of like going to ChatGPT, you can do it on the brand site. And so the brand can give brand safe answers as opposed to just like when you do chat, it's going to open up a ton of different options.
And so does that mean it's basically just being trained on anything that's available on the website already, and it's just referencing that? Or is it
anything available on the website, as well as like they'll pull Amazon, Target reviews, anything. Like we trained one of the brands on like the FDA regulated guidelines that they had.
Yeah.
So
okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's the big shift then? So you left e-commerce, you went to real estate tech. Why get back into e-com? Is it just because you're like, hey, the partnerships, because you've been over partnerships and like leading partnerships team for a long time. Was it is it more kind of like we're all kind of selling cohesive technologies, or there's more folks to partner with on the e-com side, or it's more natural to partner with people selling into some of these e-commerce brands versus like real estate? What's kind of like what was the shift that got you back in?
So realistically, I actually wasn't planning on coming to e-commerce.
Oh, really?
I was going to do investment technology sales. So like selling to LPs and GPs.
Like Omni.
Yeah, like that was really what I was going to do, and I was stoked about it. And I actually had an offer from Recharge in Salt Lake.
Love.
And
shout out to Michael MacArthur, my boy, CEO of Recharge.
Hey,
absolute.
We can't shout out.
Boy, dude, we do a lot of shout outs here.
We can't
just
shout
get
out
used to
Recharge. We got to shout out Stay
Oh,
AI.
Stay, no, for sure, dude.
Stay AI.
Shout out to Skio.
No.
Shout out to all of them, dude.
This
all the
guy.
subscription providers. Zamo, I think they're doing stuff with subscriptions.
Yeah, but so with that, I actually had one of my old colleagues from Bolt. Like the Bolt Mafia is like real. Like every single one of my jobs has been through the Bolt Mafia almost.
Wow.
And so one of my old colleagues,
the Bolt
was like,
Boys.
yeah,
Or do you guys Bolt Mafia sounds kind of cool too.
Yeah.
It's like kind of intimidating.
So basically, they were like, "Hey, can you come lead a partnership team?" And I had
Yeah.
already signed an offer with a different company, and he was like, "No, no, no, no." And so that's how I ended up back in ecom. And then I was like, "I'm not gonna leave." So,
Oh, that's awesome. What do you like most about the e-com space as it pertains to like partnerships and kind of the ecosystem?
I think like partners like you, I think really working with like you can work with a lot of cool different people that have like a ton of different backgrounds, contexts. And so that's what's been the most fun and interesting to me is seeing how different teams work and operate. I think the toughest thing though with it is not every company operates the same with partnerships.
Yeah.
And so I think trying to really weave in and out of that, because like I've noticed like working with bigger companies, like that has benefits, but a downfall. And then the
Yeah.
smaller companies, same thing. But e-commerce is just has my heart.
It's so fun. It's
Yeah.
such a great space. What do you feel like do you feel like on the brand side? So I'm gonna go on like the brand sentiment in terms of partnerships versus direct sales
Mhm.
folks. Do you feel like there's you working with brands directly or how explain kind of the partnerships motion in e-commerce and the appetite from the brand side? Like, is it less, because I know a lot of brands are like, they get sold to all the time. There's a million vendors out there all trying to push their product. In the Shopify ecosystem, there's like 10,000 brands that we all care about probably,
Yeah.
right? Um, and so how do you kind of navigate knowing that information? How do you navigate which partners to choose? And then I'm asking a lot of questions.
Yeah.
I'm going to finish with one more question. Let me just start with that one.
Yeah.
Okay, so how do you decide because there's pros and cons to working with a bunch of different partners. How do you decide which partners to work with first?
So there's partnerships that you have to have,
Yeah.
and there's partnerships that you get to choose. So I relate it to dating. So like the ones that you have to have, obviously you have to have your Shopify. Like
Yeah.
that's basic. You
Yeah.
have to have your Klaviyo just because they're the household name.
Yeah.
But then the rest is kind of like I really value who I can work with and like build a deep relationship with and like actually cares to like share leads back and forth because
Mhm.
like a lot of times like when you hop on a call they're like okay my KPI is driving X amount of business but there's not a KPI in there on giving X amount of business.
Yeah, yeah.
And so when I'm working and looking for partners, I'm looking for someone that like gets that, hey, this is my number, but for me to get to my number, I actually have
You
to
gotta
figure
give a
out
little.
give
Yeah, for
to.
sure.
And so figuring out who, and you can tell really quickly who can give you leads, who you can give leads to, and like, are you actively trying to build that flywheel
Mhm.
together? Because that's how you're gonna win. If you're doing it like one sided where you're just getting a ton of leads, like I'm not going to work with you
Yeah, yeah.
usually, even if you're cool, but like I'm not usually gonna work with you just because
Yeah.
like it's not ever going to be
It's not
a
gonna
two.
produce anything, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then what do you feel like the brand's reception is to partnerships? So if you're like, "Okay, I'm gonna link up with this individual who's cool, we can have a relationship, we work well together, and they can communicate well to our potential customers." Do you feel like going about selling to that brand when it's like Lunar Solar and you're coming with Klaviyo, is it, less intense than if you were to just go at it yourself? Or is it more like, do the brands feel more comfortable when you bring in a Klaviyo, like a household name, and they're like, "Oh, yeah, this is, like, common," right? Like, "Oh, hey, we're a big partner of Shopify. We're a big partner of Klaviyo," right? Does that kinda provide the, like, the necessary, um I'm, like, blanking on the word, but, like, the necessary
Clout.
reference and, like, the clout almost to be, like, trusted, right? Because it's all trust at the end of the day. So partnerships, does that help you when you partner with someone like that to get into a potential brand where they feel more comfortable because they're already using someone? Or is it just like, how do we do this partnerships thing in this ecosystem?
Yeah. So I think it's like it's twofold. So like in some cases, yes, very much so.
Yeah.
In other cases, it's not. So like with the agency has spent a ton of time because like for Lunar Solar Group, like we're not just like we're usually not running just one like email and SMS program.
Sure.
We're usually doing their paid media as well, or we had built their website and then they wanted to sign on for additional services. So we have a relationship with that brand. So a lot of it has been like, hey, this is who we recommend, this is why we recommend, and this is the strategy behind it.
Mhm.
And we'll come in and we'll say, hey, and we'll tell the partner that we choose, this is a strategy we recommend. If you can back that up, as well as add some nice to haves, then it's easier to sell. But then, as well as I think for a brand's perspective, is I think they are so inundated with so many technology partners
Yeah.
that they are like, okay, do I have to have this, or is this like a nice to have?
Sure.
Without having like a strategy. And so like what we're really focused on with like partnering is like partnering with brands and saying like, here's strategy. This is how you want to implement the strategy. These are the things along the way of like, hey, this is where you want to be if you're at 10 million.
Mhm.
This is the technologies you want to add at 15. This is the ones
Yeah.
you want to add on 20, because each one's gonna add an incremental lift. And so really focusing on like this is where you are and then moving it forward. So
Okay.
it's
I see what
all
you're saying.
yeah.
And do most brands at what point do brands start working with an agency? Is it like, I mean, you're talking about like Lunar's gonna build your website and then they're gonna help you kind of launch. And then at one point do you start running ads with an agency? Like how, I guess at each stage, where does the agency like Lunar get involved?
Yeah. So Lunar gets involved in two stages. So like we'll get involved if they're like VC backed.
Okay.
So like that's why we
So if they
acquired
have money.
yeah. So that's why we acquired Shamar Brands, because they work with like
Yes.
things that are just launching
That's right. That was a
celebrity
big
backed.
deal.
Yeah, that's a huge deal.
That was big, dude. And what was that? Can you share about the acquisition at all? Like what brands, like what was kind of what happened behind the scenes? What was that acquisition about? You don't have to disclose like for how much, obviously,
I
but
wasn't there.
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
I don't have too many details. I just it predated me.
Cool,
But I know Pearson and Nick worked really closely
cool.
to make that happen. And Sharma Brands was actually really known for like I don't know if I can say one of the brands that they launched, but it's one of the Kardashians brands
Sick.
that they've launched, and they've launched like a few others that are like pretty well known,
Yeah,
that are celebrity based brands.
cool.
And so those that are VC backed or have like a brand name like will help scale.
Hmm.
And then the rest, it's like 10 million is kind of the starting spot, man. Like, because truly, like from 1 to 10, you're trying to solidify like, am I selling solely on D2C? Do I
Yeah,
need to sell in retail?
yeah.
Like you're getting those battle scars. And then once you hit 10 million, you start to kind of have a playbook and you're like, how do I grow this? How do I double this, triple this? And that's where we really come in and can
Okay,
make a
cool.
big difference.
And Lunar's just been kind of acquiring because I don't know so much about the agency space, but I'm assuming that especially on Shopify, there's tons of agencies out there.
Mhm.
Is their approach similar to Lunar where it's like 10 million's kind of where we start getting involved with brands, or there's agencies out there that you guys are looking to acquire that do, maybe below that? Or is that kind of your sweet spot then where it's like 10 million is the starting point at Lunar? And then at what point are you like, hey, does the brand kind of say, hey guys, we got it from here?
Um,
Or do they just keep you guys on indefinitely?
They keep us on indefinitely. Like Lunar, I'm blanking on the names of it, but Lunar just helped like two brands just get acquired.
Crazy.
Um, and like they help build like different portfolios for some of the like large retail names in
Gotcha.
the space. And so it's not like I
It's not a short engagement. It's not like a one and done type thing. It's like, hey, we're basically partners in this.
yeah, and we're gonna help you grow till when you want to exit, if you want to exit and keep us on. But
Okay.
it's long-term relationships.
Okay.
It's not just one and done. There's a lot of shops that like they're really good at like 1 to 5, and
Yeah,
then there's
yeah.
other people that are good at 5 to 10. But from there, like 10 is starting point. But like we're working with obviously larger brands than that, and we're just helping them continue to scale. Or if they hit like a rough patch, bringing them back to life.
What else about kind of the partnership space excites you?
So two things. I think these feedback networks
Yeah.
are exciting. The reason why is I think people have forgotten how to partner. Like before, like when I first started in this industry, you'd run a 5x5 exercise, and then
What's a
you
5x5? What's that?
so a five by
Sounds like an In-N-Out order.
a 5x5 is you share a client list, you run through it, you say, hey, these five would be good, they're
Yeah,
fit in
you
my
give me your
ICP.
5. Yeah.
Yeah, and then we go to the CSM, beg the CSM to make the
Yeah, yeah,
introduction.
yeah, yeah.
They maybe get one hand
Incentivize
raised.
them. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And you do lunch and learns, and that's it. And with these feedback networks, like specifically like working with you guys, it's like, cool, I can pay a brand the person I want to chat with specifically, I can pay them, get feedback. If it turns into a demo, great. If not, I have feedback on, hey, this is how I approach brands of this similar size
Yeah,
to really help move the needle and move things forward,
for
which
sure.
is more valuable than anything else. And then putting a partner lens to it. I mean, we ran an exercise together where we did the 5x5 exercise, but we just paid the brands directly. So then we didn't have to beg the CSMs to
Yeah,
give us the intros.
yeah. Are you starting to see now, with the evolution of technology and AI within this space, how do you value relationships more than you did like 2 or 3 years ago? Or has it always been, kind of relationship driven from the agency side, from the tech vendor side? Because 'cause you've been on that side. What's kind of the value of the relationship versus the product itself?
So I think relationships are like for me, it's always been the first thing,
Yeah.
and that's been the most important thing because like it just being very transparent. There's tech that no one knows about that's probably better than half of these things, but no one knows about it because they spent more time on the products. They didn't spend time on relationships,
Mhm.
and they could very much have the best product, but they don't know how to position it. Those type of things. And then with relationships, what's really cool is when you have a relationship and you mess up, you can then go to that person and say, "Hey, I messed up. This is where we messed up. This is why we messed up, and this is how we're going to remedy
Yeah,
it and fix it." That goes a lot further than like you just have a really cool product that no one knows about, and like you have zero accountability to that, if that
sure.
makes sense.
Yeah, and when you were on the tech side, when you see a lot of that growth or like at Lunar now, you coming in at this time, um, what is kind of the catalyst to that growth, right? Like you talked about going from, 800K to 13 million at stay. Was it like, okay, we were able to get enough distribution, so we had enough relationships in like key partnership categories or key channels where we could distribute this product quickly? Or what was kinda like the catalyst for that type of growth, that stay while you were there?
Yeah. So first, like one to really give a shout out to like Gina and Pearson, what they had at that
Big
time.
shout outs.
Yeah, what they had at the time, no one in market had, and so we were able to do unique like, I shouldn't say unique. We were able to do partnerships like I would do in, like, the real estate space, where you were contracted to bring 5 to 10 brands, and, like, that was it. Like, you
Mm,
bring 5 to 10 brands, we give you a discounted price, and you have to hit that in, like, 30 days. With most partnerships, you can't do that because it's just too loose-ended. But with that growth, we were able to do some like really special partnerships as well as work with teams that we normally wouldn't get at bats with. So like we signed a wine portfolio called SBG Group, and that helped grow revenue like nobody's business. We were able to work with Brez. We were able to like worked with Brez before everyone knew who they were.
yeah.
Like, like I was like I have Aaron's number in my phone, and I remember calling Aaron. And he's like, we're negotiating super hard. He was in I think he was on his 30th birthday when we signed the deal. And it was like literally, I was like, you're signing the contract today. He's like, I need this rate. And we made it happen. And so with that, like we were able to do unique partnerships that I don't think I don't want to say it's hard to do now or impossible to do now, but there's a lot more red tape
Yeah.
to do those type of things than at that time.
Talk to me, dude, because 'cause I'm so curious. Talk to me about Crossbeam, how people use Crossbeam in this little e-commerce space that we're in, because I'll give you our experience at Order Section. We have, like, 1 license. I think we've always had 1 license, no matter what the team size is, and we just do that quick pull where we look at and cross-reference what you have in your pipeline, existing customers, and then close one/close lost ops. And once you kind of look at that table, where you just look at the overlap, and a lot of times it's not super accurate. That was kind of like the extent of what we were using it for. And then obviously we leverage like store leads, right, for more quantitative data, right, to like qualify some of the people that we're talking to on the brand side. So how do you guys on the partnership side, because it's a partnerships tool, right? And I feel like there's nothing else out there that's like Crossbeam. How are you guys using it? How would you make it different?
I feel like I'm gonna get canceled for this. Like honestly, this is a hot topic. I've been a paid user of Crossbeam. I have been a non-paid user of Crossbeam, and I think realistically, I always go back to Google Sheets.
Same here.
And the reason why is Crossbeam's really good at that overlap, but a lot of companies like e-commerce like is so hard to track different things. Like I've yet to be at or seen a company who has the cleanest HubSpot ever, who's
Mhm.
had the cleanest Salesforce ever, just because there's a lot of nuances in our industry. And so like Crossbeam is really good at like overlaps and like if there's like some mutual synergy, but I always just go back to Google Sheets and like I think I'd have to look at one of our texts, but like I think like with Crossbeam, what could make it better is essentially like if they pull the brands and ask them like, hey, we want to RFP you guys. So like you guys aren't wasting time. And they're like, these are the tech partners we're interested in for the year. And this
Yeah.
is what we're going to evaluate. This is the space. This is why we're going to evaluate a CDP. We're going to evaluate ESP, those things. Like that would go a lot further because like there's tools that are giving like insights of like, hey, so and so is looking for this product, but that's not touching Crossbeam.
Sure.
And then yeah, so
It's just communication at the end of the day,
yeah,
right? It's making systems communicate well, and then obviously consumers have to communicate well,
yeah. Do
right?
you
Buying and selling, it's like if there's poor communication, nothing's ever going to get done.
yeah? So like with OP, do you guys spend a lot of time with Crossbeam, or is it
No,
just checking overlaps and
you
then
check
back
overlaps real quick, and then
sheets?
out into the sheets.
Same.
You get out of the sheets. Um, wow, that's interesting. Okay, what's one piece of advice? This is going to wrap up our first segment. What's one piece of advice you'd give to someone that's starting in partnerships today?
Build a relationship. That's it. Build a relationship first. The tech always follows,
Yeah,
but the relationship with the person on the other side is more important than anything else you can do.
I love that. That's great advice. Sound wisdom. Oh, he's taking a pic. There we go. Okay, segment number 2. You ready?
Let's do it.
So this one's called "Would You Take It?"
Okay.
I've never heard of this segment. This is a brand new segment.
I'm excited.
Let's go. Okay, I'm going to read the instructions here. Players will be presented with 8 questions and will discuss their answers and why.
Okay.
Okay. You can 10x your salary, but you have 0 work-life balance. Would you take it?
No,
Okay.
never. Like, I think, I mean, you have kids. How many do you have?
3 kids.
4th on the way?
No.
You told
But
me,
soon.
you told me you're going to
Yeah,
have a
we're getting
4th.
after it. Yeah. Maybe end of the year.
Okay. Same.
Not to have another kid, but yeah,
No,
we're
yeah.
going for number 4.
So we're
We
probably
got
gonna,
pre-approved. My wife pre-approved me to, another kid.
okay. Are you going to go
It's
for
a big
5?
investment. I would go for 5. I don't think my wife's down for 5.
Okay.
I would go for 5. But I'm also not with them all day, every day.
Yeah. How many
So-
siblings do you have?
I have 4 siblings. There's 5 of us.
Okay.
And then my wife has 6 siblings. So she's the second youngest of 7.
Whoa.
So we got big crews, man. And
I get you.
everyone has like 2 or 3 kids. So
I got you. So I'm the
just
youngest.
chaos.
I'm the youngest of 6,
Oh, yeah.
and I'm adopted.
Yeah.
So I'm the youngest of 6. And
You didn't grow up here, did you?
No, I grew up north. Yeah.
Oh, did you? Okay.
Yeah. So I'm the youngest of 6, and then I am the oldest of 3.
Wow.
So like a little mind shift. Okay.
Yeah, hold on. So were you adopted with other siblings?
Yes.
Okay. So it was like a buy one, get 2 free type thing.
Kinda. So
Wow.
they had 4, and then they adopted my older brother, and then they adopted me.
Okay, cool. Your
Yeah.
biological older brother.
No,
Non-biological.
non-biological.
No one's biological. You're the only.
So I'm the only one that's African American,
Okay.
and then the rest are Caucasian.
Whites.
Yeah.
So the first 4 biological siblings.
Biological siblings.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Wow. See, I would adopt.
Yeah.
And I told my wife, I was like, I would do another 2 after our 4 biological. What was that a pretty cool experience though? I mean,
Um,
obviously tough. My mom's adopted,
so
so we're a bit familiar.
it's weird. I'll say it's weird.
Yeah.
So, I was adopted. I was a save the marriage baby.
Oh,
Okay.
wow.
Save the marriage baby. They were really wealthy. Then they lost everything when they got a divorce.
Oh, shoot.
So then I grew up like, I think like 13, 14. I was paying for like electricity, water at my house.
Oh my gosh.
And then on the flip side, my my biological family, they grew up very wealthy.
Oh.
And they were embarrassed that my grandparents were embarrassed that their 16-year-old daughter was having a child. So
Oh.
that's why I was adopted. So it was like kind of like it's a really weird like mind shift because
Yeah.
like I go there and like anything you want, it's not a big deal. And then going back with my family that I grew up with, like everything, like you were fighting for scraps. So it's like it's a big change,
Yeah.
but like luckily I had like 3 really good sisters that took care of me.
Yeah.
Made a lot of things happen for us. Like my brother-in-law is he's the founder of School AI and they're rocking over
Oh,
there.
yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, they just
In Lehigh,
raised
dude.
they just raised 15 million.
Let's go.
So like all of us are
What's the brother-in-law? Can we give
Caleb.
him a shout out? Give him a shout
Shout
out real
out
quick.
Caleb Hicks.
Let's go.
So
Caleb Hicks. That sounds familiar.
yeah, he was part of the Dev Mountain team.
Okay. Yeah,
And
yeah.
then I think it's Lambda, but
Yeah, Lambda. Mhm.
yeah, they rebranded to whatever. He helped build that as well.
Good for him. That's awesome.
Yeah. So all of us like have from where we started to where we are now, like I would say we're like in a really good spot.
Good for
And
you
so,
guys, man.
but
Hell
like
yeah.
it's kind of like the weird, like
It is weird. Yeah.
opposite
Yeah, that's
story.
tough. It is,
that
yeah.
most people hear.
Yeah. From riches to rags.
Yep.
The opposite. Would I 10x my salary? 0 work-life balance? No. It's just not worth it, man. It's just not worth it. I had to think about it for a second.
Really?
No.
I was just like, what?
No, I'm a family guy for sure. Okay, number 2. You get equity in a startup, but no base salary for a year. Yes or no?
Depends who's running it.
That's a good one. I'm gonna say no.
Why?
Because I'm running a business.
But
And
like
it's freaking hard.
but
Yeah,
you're
it's freaking
telling me that you know what you can do.
Yeah.
You wouldn't bet on yourself for a year.
I would bet on myself.
So then
But
the
this
answer
is
is
like
yes.
you're getting equity in a startup. It sounds like someone else's company.
But
So
like
no, I'd rather get paid. If it's me, then for sure.
okay.
Yeah. If it's my company, but this is like this is
This is
like,
you work for someone?
yeah, this is it's like the way that this question is put together is like you're getting equity in a startup. It's like if you have ownership in your own business, if you're the owner of the business.
Well, okay, let's reframe it. If it's Zucks, you're telling me
Yeah, no,
no.
100%, dude. No, I'm telling you, yes, for sure. Give the
Okay.
salary.
If it's Travis, you're saying yes at Uber.
Yeah,
you know
yeah,
what
yeah,
I
yeah,
mean?
yeah, of course. Yeah, of course. Yeah, it just depends, right? Depends on the idea, right? Depends on the market, depends on the conditions. But yeah, if it's me, I'm absolutely betting on myself.
Okay.
My
My thing is yes, because like truly, like if you spend me and my friends talk about this all the time, but like if you go back, you don't maybe you have one kid, okay?
yeah, I
And
mean, this is also like without kids, without a
yeah,
family.
without kids,
Yeah,
I would do it because
Yeah.
like you can make money other ways, like
sure.
yeah.
Like selling your body.
The stock market, brother.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. Real estate, stocks. Yeah. Okay, number 3, fully remote forever or in office with a killer team. In office with a killer team for me. I'm too like that's too isolated. Being fully remote, I didn't like it.
So I've been fully remote for a while and I see the shift that needs to happen back into office.
Yeah.
I like hate saying that.
Hybrid, dude. I think hybrid's the way.
I don't even
Like
know.
giving people flexibility is fine,
Like,
but
here-
just not too much flexibility, like fully remote.
here's the thing, dude, is like, especially in our space where um I was chatting with Harry from VideoWise,
Yeah,
and it is twice as hard to than it has ever been in the e-commerce space to get someone to sign with you, because you not only have to prove that you can perform, you have to perform in like the
it's so
first
tough.
30 to 60 days
Yeah,
for them. And like, if you have a team in office where you guys are collaborating, where things aren't going missed and you can move things a lot quicker.
for sure.
But I think you also just need to have like the flexibility of the office where, like, hey, if I need to go walk my dog, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, but I would say
I
fully
think
in
these
office.
I think these like little satellite offices that aren't like, oh, I've got like an entire floor of a building, right? Where it's like you come in and it's like, this is a ghost town. There's like 10 people in here. We have the entire floor.
Yeah,
Right?
no,
It's like, no, what you need is just a small office so that when people are in office, it feels like there's more collaboration because it's like you're more together.
exactly.
Because we've had the instances where, we've had more employees, we've had less employees, we've had bigger offices, we had small offices. The smaller office, even when there's a couple people in office on like a Friday, it's like, okay, it still feels like we're making stuff happen. It feels like there's activity, right? Because there's nothing worse than coming into an office where you're like, hey, I'm committed 5 days a week. I'm coming to the office every day. And there's no one else there. It just automatically brings you down. And you're like, I don't need to be here.
Yeah,
Right. Like that mentality, when not everyone's bought in, it's like, so my recommendation, because we've made a bunch of different policy changes to this, is like everyone buys into a policy. You can't just be like, hey, fully remote, come in whenever you want. It's like, no, we commit to 3 days a week in the office. We'll buy you lunch when you're here and then sync on the days that everyone's going to be in together. Right. And it's like, oh, well, I might need some flex here because of this situation. It's like, great, flex. Right. But the following week, when that situation's done, you're in 3 days a week. We're in on the same days. So we have a packed office.
yeah.
Right. Like that's what I want. I want it to feel like we're doing stuff, like we're a legit company. Right.
Well,
And it's so hard when you're fully remote because it's like, the amount of trust that you distill in your employees is, for me, it's been hard. It's been a hard thing when I'm like, because I'm in early, stay late. I'm just kind of like the typical, like what was typical that I saw my dad growing up, because we grew up in California. He grew up, working in corporate finance for big companies. It was like that was what was expected at the time. And I was just like, I'm just following that same, like you just show up to work on time or early
yeah.
and you leave at the time you're supposed to leave or you leave late.
Yeah, I mean, have you played on a championship team before, like in high school or anything
No.
like that? I mean, so like,
I think I'm good at basketball, but I was not on a championship basketball team in high school in Reno, Nevada.
I got you. I
Did
got you.
you?
So we weren't champions. We took second, and
You're a champion in my book.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. And it was for lacrosse, and everyone was all bought in.
Yeah.
And I think that's the key, is like we lost, I think we lost by like 2 goals, and like heartbreaking, whatever. But like everyone was bought in. Everyone came to practice early. Like practice started at 6 or 5 or whatever. Everyone was there at 4:30. Like
Yeah.
you were late if you were there at 4:35.
Yeah.
And like I think when you have that culture of like all in, obviously there's a balance, but like I think that's what's missing today is people aren't all in. They like,
Mhm.
this is a job, and they treat it as like, this is a job and I get paid and then I'm done. And like that's where I think is like where people are like gonna get replaced by AI. Obviously there's some people that are really good, but like they won't. But like people that aren't bought in, that aren't all in, I think that's what's gonna be the biggest change.
Yeah, I think it's tough, man. So you're in person then, or you're?
I'm fully remote, but I would love to
No,
be in
I know,
person.
but yeah, which one?
Oh, office.
Office. Yeah.
Office for sure.
Okay, you get your dream house, but it's in a city you don't love. Okay, so you get a beautiful home in Cincinnati, Ohio, or you get a beautiful home in Detroit, Michigan. No, is it worth it? I'd rather have a smaller home in Utah or like a smaller home in like Orange County.
Orange County.
Beautiful.
Wild. Okay.
It's beautiful. Laguna Niguel, Laguna Beach.
My
I
family.
spent my middle school years there, and then we moved to Reno, Nevada, dude,
That's a
for a
culture shock.
bigger house, better job, dude. But it sucked, and I wasn't on a championship basketball team, and I could have been.
No, I'm all in on Utah.
You're all in on Utah, so am I.
Yeah, I don't think I ever want to move from Utah.
No, but yeah, so I wouldn't have a dream house anywhere else.
Yeah, no. If it's not in Utah, it's not happening.
Love that, dude. All in on Utah. You can travel anywhere for free, but you can never stay longer than 48 hours. Are you taking it? That's basically my life right now.
I mean,
I travel for work and I never stay longer than 48 hours. Unless it's shop talk and it's too long.
You think Shop Talk's too long? I don't
This
think it's
last
long
year
enough.
is too long. I drove some furniture down for PDQ.
Oh, okay.
It was too long.
I just didn't. I don't think I think Shop Talk should be a full week.
Okay, explain.
Dude.
Vegas for a full week?
Okay.
Brave.
I own a few houses in Vegas.
Oh,
I love.
Okay, big flex.
No.
Shout out to Brock Cotton for
Oh
the
my-
real estate tycoon. I didn't know I had a Grant Cardone or whatever that guy's name is.
Oh my heavens! I'm
Cardone.
really too much. Talmadge, we gotta cut that. Anyway,
You love Vegas.
I think the outskirts of Vegas is a very different story than the Strip.
Beautiful. It's nice.
Yeah. And
Henderson?
I'm in Southern Highlands, but
Beautiful, even better. That
yeah.
sounds better than Henderson. The Highlands.
I think Vegas, like how many events happen in that time period is just like insane.
It's too much.
It's way too much. And so
You're on your feet all day.
So
going
I
to
think
different
if you spread that out across a week and people don't feel as much pressure, I think that would go a long way.
Yeah.
But
it's hard to keep brands out there for an entire week.
That's the tricky part. Yeah.
Vendors you can get out there for a week for sure. Because we're spending all our time trying to track down these brands.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm taking this for sure.
I think I'll take this. Yeah.
Yeah, 48 hours, great. You get unlimited money, but you can't work or build anything ever again. Yes or no?
I'm going to go with no.
I'm going to go with no.
I think that's part of the game. Like truly.
Yeah.
Like why is Warren
Limited
Buffett still
money.
working?
Yeah. I'm going to go yes. I'd fill my time.
With what?
I don't know. Have more kids, dude. Taking them places.
Okay.
Going to Nickelmania, dude, in Orem off State Street.
Oh my heavens.
love
That's a throwback.
A good one. Actually, no, this is a no, dude. Yeah, you'd go crazy. You can't work or build anything ever again.
So, like, what I didn't say is I semi-retired.
Being retired at this age, yeah.
I semi-retired after Yardie.
Oh, yeah.
And I went crazy. There's only so much golf you can do.
Yeah.
There's only so much flow rider you can do. Like,
Yeah.
you go crazy.
Yeah. That's why, no joke. It's like some of these guys that have unlimited amounts of money are still like working like a dog. It's because they don't know any better. It's like, what else do you do?
It's the game.
It's
love
just
the
like,
game.
what else do you do? And it makes going through like all the shitty stuff of building something valuable and then getting to like go home to your family is like ultimate, right? You're like, I just had a really shitty day at work, but like my kids think I'm a rock star. And you need the balance of the two. Because if it's just like, hey, we're always on vacation, it's like a perpetual vacation life is. It's like, then your family starts falling apart. It's like kind of crazy.
I think
You need the balance,
I think like
the good and the bad.
I think you see it more as time goes on, like especially like with people, like they become entitled to things.
Mm-hmm.
And like without having like that basis to like fall back on. I don't think everyone needs to work all the time, but like I think
No,
it's the
it's- yeah,
balance and
the
seeing
balance.
people do hard things.
Number 7, you always know the outcome of big life decisions ahead of time, but you can't change them. Yes or no? No. That drive me crazy.
No, that's
No.
not fun.
Just anxieties through the roof. This is number 8, even though it says number 6. You can never negotiate again. Every deal is take it or leave it. Taking it? It's basically what we do already at Order Protection.
Are you serious?
No, it's just, what's so funny is I think I mean, jokes aside, I think SaaS companies and e-com tech, you don't have a lot of leverage. There's so many vendors. You don't have a lot of leverage. It's like what you sell, unless you're selling something that's an absolute need to have. Like when someone negotiates and says like, no, I'm not going to pay that much, you're always coming down on price, right? Like, unless you guys are just like, I mean, I guess on the agency side, it could be different, right? But you guys got competition. There's other people's, other agencies that can come in and say, hey, you know what? We'll do the exact same thing for less money.
I think this is where relationships come into play here.
Yeah.
Is because for me, like, I'll give you like a real world example. If my friend has a business or service, I'm gonna pay full price or above asking.
You do, and I appreciate that.
Yeah. If it is,
I try and do the same.
If it is someone else, I want to negotiate it.
Yeah.
But I think also quality matters in
Yeah.
e-commerce and SaaS. And I think what I've seen a lot is like some of these platforms that say like that race to the bottom. Yeah, a merchant will go with them for 3 months and then they'll switch. That like literally, I kid you not, that happened time and time again at Stay.
Happens all the time.
Yeah. So I'm
There's
leaving it.
I'll say that there's not a lot of leverage. There's not a lot of negotiation power.
No, not really.
Right? It's like I said earlier, it's like the TAM is actually pretty narrow.
Yeah.
So you're competing for everyone's, this small group of people's attention. Okay, next segment, Brand Blitz.
Okay.
I love the sound of that. You like that long pause, dude? I just look at you for a minute.
I love it.
You want to read the instructions on this one?
All right. Players will be given 3 categories. They will go back and forth naming things within the category until a word is repeated or a player can't think of a brand. If a brand of a brand, opposing player will get a point. Huh?
Cereals. You want to start?
Magic spoon.
Reese's Puffs.
Are we supposed to name brands?
Yeah, that's Kellogg's or what's the brand?
Okay, General Mills.
Yeah,
Raisin
there's only
Bran.
like one
Raisin Bran General Mills. What?
cereals, dude. It's like
What?
how many e-commerce cereal brands are there? You named the only one, Magic Spoon. Shout out to Magic Spoon. They're an OP customer.
Let's go. They were on Stay.
Yeah, they're great. I think they still are.
I think they still are. There's 7 Wonders or something like that. And then Catalina Crunch is another cereal brand that's on e-commerce.
See, you win that one, dude. Point to you. Because I just started going off of like what's in my. Yeah, just cereals. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Because
okay,
we're
we'll
gonna
do
run
that.
out of stuff pretty quick.
All
Okay,
right.
1 point to Brock. I'll give him that one. Ooh, drinks. I'm a drink guy.
Okay. This is gonna be fun.
Okay, I'll start. Diet Coke,
Fiji water,
Diet Pepsi.
Liquid Death, orange flavor,
Oh,
Mountain Crush,
oh. Diet Mountain Dew,
Sprite,
Sprite Zero,
Coke Zero,
Cherry Coke.
root beer,
Oh, Barks.
Mr. Pibb.
Shit, you gotta go more specific, dude. Root beer is an entire category. Alani.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
They just signed with Pepsi, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they got acquired by Pepsi. Okay.
You're buying too much time. I win.
Oh,
Point to me. I bought some time earlier. It wasn't that much.
Okay.
Number 3, holidays.
You start.
Christmas,
Thanksgiving,
Hanukkah,
St. Patrick's Day,
St. Patrick's Day. Kwanzaa. It's a holiday.
Valentine's Day,
You said Halloween.
MLK Day,
Nice. Juneteenth. Gotcha, dude.
President's Day,
Veterans Day.
July 4th.
Oh, July 4th is such a good one. I'm stumped.
Pioneer Day.
Oh,
got it. There
let's
we
go.
go.
The Utah holiday. July 24th. Isn't that the date of Pioneer Day?
Oh, yeah. It's like, what?
That's the end.
Whoa.
That's crazy.
This is a blast.
Dude, we've been on for an hour.
Really?
Yeah, almost an hour. Isn't that crazy?
That was crazy.
This flies by. Brock, you've got 3 cameras on you here and 2 folks in the audience. Actually, lots of folks in the audience. The crowd's been cheering. What's your message to, one, the e-com community, and then to the world?
First, do good work and don't sleep.
Love that. Is that the message to the e-com community or to the world?
That's the message to the e-com community.
Okay.
Do good work, don't sleep.
Okay.
Shout out Pearson Crass on that.
Let's go, Pearson. Brother Crass.
Message to the world: just be a good person. Try your best. Show up. Do what you say you're gonna do.
I love those, man.
And that's it.
Show up and show up and do what you say you're gonna do.
Yep, that's it.
Dude, thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having me, brother.